Welcome to Strictly Flying. In this episode, we are taking a very short flight, from Stavanger to Bergen. A 25-minute flight north along the Norwegian coast. Today, we are going to fly with Widerøe, a small regional airline that mostly uses turboprops on its network throughout Norway. Widerøe only recently started flying jet aircraft, and was the first airline to take delivery of the new Embraer E190 E2. Before we start our trip report, I want you to pay attention to the parking garage up ahead. On January the 7th this year, an older diesel car caught fire on the first floor, in the middle of the garage. The fire quickly came out of control, and in the end, parts of the roof collapsed. There were no casualties. However, it is estimated that approximately 400 cars were lost to the fire. Because of the pandemic, demolition has been delayed. However, it is stated that a new parking lot will be ready in 2022. Okay, enough of that. Let's check into our flight. It's summer holidays here in Norway, and because of the pandemic and travel restrictions, there are no tourists to be seen this year. The locals? They are mostly spending the holidays at home, or by car. That leaves the airport virtually deserted. Here's our plane for today. A 10-year-old Q400. Our flight isn't boarding for another hour and a half. Time to get a bite to eat. Virtually all cafes and restaurants are closed. However, I found one small magazine kiosk selling some burritos. That has got to be the worst and most expensive burrito in Norway. Looks like we're getting ready for boarding. As you can see, the use of masks on board flights is mandatory. All Norwegian carriers have mandatory use of face masks during the entire flight. As I mentioned before, Widerøe mostly operates small turboprops on their network. The cramped layout and narrow seat pitch doesn't make this the most comfortable flight, however most flights seldom last more than an hour to an hour and a half at most. This flight is so short, that depending on the wind direction, if the pilot needs to make a 180-degree turn after takeoff and before landing, the flight time may double. Luckily, the wind is blowing from the north, and we are taking off in the direction of our destination, so this should be a very quick flight.
Welcome aboard. It's your captain, breakfast man to fly towards Bergen, departing towards the north to Bergen, Stavanger. And Bergen important part to cloud away. The flight time approximately 25 minutes. We shoulder plus wind.
We would like to inform that on this flight it's mandatory use of face mask. The face mask can be removed when necessary to eat or drink, but we ask you to make the time without the face mask as short as possible. If it will be necessary to change the mask during this flight, please bring along the used one for disposal after leaving the aircraft. And we in the crew, we will also use face masks in situations where the recommended distance from your passengers cannot be maintained.
Stolen framfor deg, alle i bagasjehylla. Ved en evakuering skal all håndbagasje etterlates ombord. Rett opp stolrygg, koppholdet på bord og åpne vindusskjermen. Fast sikkerhetsbelte. Av sikkerhetsmessige årsaker anbefaler vi at sikkerhetsbeltet beholdes festet så lenge dere sitter i stolen. Vi vil nå demonstrere noe av vårt sikkerhetsutstyr. We will now perform a safety demonstration. Please remove your headset and pay close attention. The demonstration will only be given during the Norwegian announcement. Fasten your safety belt. For safety reasons, we recommend that you keep your safety belt fastened whenever seated.
Here we are once again reminded of the difficult times that we're facing these days. Norwegian airlines are seriously struggling financially, and most of these Dreamliners will probably never fly for Norwegian again. There is no service on board, since this is such a short flight. Thank you for taking this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you next time on Strictly Flying.